Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to solve 3 different two-step equations. Okay? So they're equations that take 2 steps in order to solve them. Okay, so we kind of call them two-step equations. Okay, starting in the upper left-hand corner here, 4x plus 3 equals 11. So if you're more comfortable putting the line down, the equal sign, so you know where that equal sign is the whole time, I'll do that on the first one and then kind of show you without on the other ones. But we want to get rid of the easiest thing. Now, as long as you do the steps correctly, as I have another video that shows how this kind of works on both levels, you can actually get rid of the 4 that's multiplied by the x first if you don't mind dealing with fractions. And sometimes getting rid of the multiplication is the best move to make, but a lot of times getting rid of the addition or subtraction is the best move to make. Okay, so the easiest thing in this first equation to get rid of is the plus 3. So we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. Okay, and then we'll just move on down here. 4x is 4x. There's nothing to combine it with. And then 3 minus 3 is 0. So I'm not even going to write that down. Okay, because 4x plus 0 is still just 4x, so we don't need that step written in there. 11 minus 3 is 8. And now it looks like a single-step equation that I did in a previous video. Okay, we have 4 multiplied by the x, so we're going to divide by 4 on both sides. These 4's cancel, and x equals 8 divided by 4, which is 2. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, let's go to the right over here and look at the next one. 2/3 cubed minus 6 equals 2. Okay, again, getting rid of the addition or subtraction is usually the easiest way to go about this. So we're going to get rid of the minus 6, and the opposite of minusing a 6 is adding a 6. So we're going to add 6 to both sides of the equal sign. On the left-hand side, we have 2/3 q left. Because the minus 6 and plus 6, this turns into a 0. Okay, and you can, if you want to write that notation in, kind of like chemistry in there, equals, and then 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay, and then in a previous video I showed you that if you multiply by the reciprocal of a fraction, it cancels out the fraction. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal here. That's 3/2. And then I'm going to make this 8 into a fraction and multiply it by 3/2. The only reason I made it into a fraction is because I knew I was going to multiply it by a fraction. Okay? 3's cancel and 2's cancel, leaving a q on the left-hand side. And then multiply straight across. 8 times 3 is 24. 1 times 2 is 2. And then simplify. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. Q equals 12. Okay, one last problem down here. Has division in it this time. S divided by 9 plus 4 equals -1. Okay, again, getting rid of the plus 4 is probably the best route to go. So I'm going to subtract a 4 from both sides. So I still have S divided by 9. And then plus 4 minus 4 is 0. And then I have -1 minus 4, which is -5. And then to get rid of a 9 that's divided, I want to multiply. So I'm going to multiply to both sides by 9. 9, and I can write this one as a fraction if I'd like, just so I can remember to cancel, and multiply by 9 over here. These 9's cancel. I have S divided by 1, which is S, equals -5 times 9 is -45, because if you remember, a negative times a positive is always a negative solution. Okay, and that is how to solve 3 different single-step equations. Oh, sorry, multi-step, 2-step equations.